The horizon. I didn't get to go back and say goodnight to you, did I? Well, that was very ominous. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Let's Play with your host Fallenwolf. Ow! Today we are going to be playing Beyond the Harbor. Now, this is a Let's Play that I've heard about a few weeks back, just haven't had time to play it. Um I'm not sure exactly what genre it is. It seems like it's supernatural, possibly horror kind of the end. But anyway, I'm excited to play this. The creator, I believe, is the main person is named as Harmonious. Of course, I will obviously link everything down below about the visual novel. But this one seems kind of interesting. I'm already interested. That was a nice opening. So we're gonna see what this is all about. A quick side note that I want to give off, a little bit serious. Um, I haven't been doing too well. Um, lately, the past few days I've not been feeling too good mentally. I wanted to apologize if it is affected. Oops, sorry. I did want to apologize if you feel like that my content has been not as good as it normally is. Um, I don't know what it is. I was doing pretty good, and my mood just kind of dropped. It's the normal stick stuff. You wonder about your, it's normal stuff. It's normal stick stuff. It's wondering about my place in the world and a few other things. Um, I don't really like. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because this is for fun. We're here to have fun, but I really could use some hugs, some virtual hugs from everybody if they wouldn't mind. It's getting a little hard, and I'm a little worried because I haven't felt this low in a long time. But not to worry, I'm gonna keep producing content. I did want to let people know though that it might be a little bit before I live stream again. I don't have the mental fortitude to do live streams right now. It's a little bit easier with these pre-recordings. So I do want to really apologize to people who love my live stream. It's just for the moment I need a break. I really hope that I'll get to live stream soon, but it's hard just starting to think about my place in life. I really wish I could explain it properly, but I do want people to know that I really appreciate everybody that watches me. I say that all the time. I really do mean it, and I really wish that that was enough for these feelings to go away, but it's not, and it sucks, and it's a horrible feeling because I feel like I'm letting down the people that watch my stuff. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I really appreciate everybody that's watching this. Let us dive into this. I haven't played any of this, so this is all new to me. I don't know anything about it really. The creator just recommended that I should play it, so I was like, why not? Another VM. I love supporting my indie developers. We might turn down. Wait, can I turn the volume down? Wait, can I not turn the volume down? There we go. Okay, there we go. It's a little better. Okay. Who's talking? Is the moon talking to him? I guess the moon's talking to him. Oh, hey. There you are. Glad I caught up. So, what are you looking for? Alright, I'm gonna have to turn the sound like all the way down. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Oh, that's part of the. I don't like that. Okay, so that's one issue. The music. Oh, that's part of the music. I'm trying to find a good way to raise the volume, cause like the waves are so loud. It's a little better. What? Nothing in particular. Come on, we all know better. Hey now, don't just pretend I'm not here. Or maybe I'm not. I guess that's up for you to decide, huh? I saw that. It's way too easy to get under your skin. I'm a little tired. Oof. Don't mind if I take a bit of a cyst right here, do you? Oh, who am I kidding? I know you don't. You really don't like me, do you? Well, I hope I grow on you. At least a little. Besides, as far as I can tell, I'm probably the friendliest one you'll meet out here. Those others, I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. Like talking to a brick wall. Whew. Guess I'll see you some other time if we're lucky, huh? Oh, before I head on, got some advice for you. You spend a lot of time looking out there, searching. But the further out you look, the less clear things become where you are. That's sort of poetic, don't you think? Had a bit to come up with that one. Aren't even listening to me, are you? Guess I'm leaving then. Good night, Oliver. Ooh. Alright, I'm a little drawn in. This is ominous. What the hell is going on here? That's pretty... Okay, we can turn the volume up now. That's a little bit ominous. Hopefully the volume's working okay. Everybody's gonna like watch the video and be like, what the hell? Like all your settings are all messed up. I'm trying. The waves lap at the shore in a melodic motion, threatening to overtake my feet if I get too close. The sea itself is trying its hardest to swallow me up, I guess. There's something about the way the sun hangs in the sky tonight that's made me feel a little uneasy. Well, maybe it's not the sun. The veil of orange light that suffocates everything it drapes itself over seems to be more of a threat. Clouds. I could stand to see some of those today. Anything other than a damn sun. Hey, are you listening to me? Yeah, sorry. Don sighs just loudly enough for me to hear, even though I'm pretty sure he moved his muzzle away from the phone. A little pass at me, perhaps, but I never missed a chance to tease him for it. I wet my lips on my tongue before opening my mouth to speak. I heard that. He sighs again, this time audibly louder. Nothing gets away from you, does it? He says it in a dry tone I'm all too familiar with. He knows better than that. Anyways, sorry, I was just taking a walk. I wanted to get out of the house for a little bit. I could tell, unless on the off chance you had some kind of relaxing ocean track playing or something. But why would you waste money on something like that when it's free in your backyard, yeah? Yeah. I kick a pebble along as I step, one foot after another. The sand's already crawled underneath my nails. May as well have a bit of fun while I'm out. You ever miss the beach? His breath is quiet and he hesitates before speaking again. I don't. You know me, never cared for water. Nearly drowned how many times now? 4. I answer quickly, way quicker than I'm sure he expected. If he even expected an answer. 4, when I was there. I don't know if he ever drowned when I wasn't there. Uh-huh. But, I cut him off before he gets a chance to change the topic. You ought to come to the beach sometime while you're here. Don't you remember the... Yes, Ollie, I remember the outcrop. Butterflies swarmed my stomach. That's exactly what I needed to hear. I'm happy you do. Don't you ever want to... No. His reply is sudden and punctures me with the ferocity of a bullet. That being said, it would have hurt quite a bit more if I hadn't become used to being shot down. So... You, You have plans, yeah? Mm-hmm. Well, I do, but that all depends on what she thinks of this. I'm gonna do what I can to avoid getting on her bad side, though. I'm sure you remember what she said last time I was around, yeah? I nod, not that he can see it. Is that... I'm caught unawares as the tide steals my attention again. Well, not the ocean specifically. More so past it, the line the sun sits on. That horizon I've seen so many times. I'll catch myself thinking about it, even when I'm away. My world sways on the waves as I'm dragged out with it. I feel like I'm remembering something. Oh, I already got a choice. I'm trying to turn the volume up a little bit. See, when I turn the music up, it raises the waves. I'm gonna say something starts to rise to the surface. I don't. Oh, I have to type. I don't know. Light. Oh, it didn't do anything. It didn't matter. There's a shadow under the coast, but it appears to be nothing. Maybe it was a trick of the light? The ocean spews a few bubbles in the direction I was looking. What was I looking for again? It doesn't really matter. Christ, am I losing you again? Earth to space, rat, do you copy? Shit, I didn't catch myself drifting off there. My feet are firmly in the sand. I regain my composure there. I'd rather not be out to sea right now. Why am I like this? Space rat reporting in, loud and clear. I cough and I can practically feel him roll his eyes from half the state away. Thank God, are you gonna answer my question? Wait, he asked me a question? I didn't hear it. The waves are too loud. You know, sensitive mouse ears and all that. Oh, so he's a mouse. Well, I kind of figured that with the beginning. That's like an anti-excuse. It was lame for sure, but I'd never been any good at coming up with excuses on the spot. Not with him, anyways. At least blame the ADHD. Anyways, listen this time. He clears his throat and speaks. You smooth things over with V, right? I nod again, even though I had previously confirmed that he probably can't hear it. Yeah, I talked to her yesterday, made it clear that we were on good terms now, and that she didn't need to worry about it. We are on good terms, aren't we? I have to ask. I have to. It hurts to even say, but I have to say it. I didn't believe it myself when I said it to V. I think we are. Oof. I want to be on good terms with you. There's a painfully long pause as those words pass his lips. He's not done talking, I know it. But that's on you. It's familiar pain. The kind I've felt a few times in my life. I don't believe it. And I know in that moment, I don't care how good of a liar Don thinks he is. Yeah, of course I will. He pauses and I hear someone talking quietly in the background. I know that voice. It turns my blood cold hearing it again. My skin may as well crawl off my body and dive right into the surf. Are you home right now? Don is deathly silent on the other end, attempting to recompose himself. Yeah, I worked until 5, and I'm going to go out to eat real soon. Oh, yeah? It's a good day for it. Real nice out. Yeah. The tension in the air is thick enough to cut with a knife at this point. There are levels of awkwardness even I feel bad about bringing about, and this is one of them. It's somewhat relieved, however, when Don... found the first typo. I think it's going to be I'm somewhat relieved. I'm somewhat relieved, however, when Don gives me an awkward laugh and changes the subject. So, I guess I'm gonna go get back to my stuff. Got some housework to do before I head out. That's fine. I actually have some things to do myself. Oh, alright, I won't hold you up. Motherfucker. See you tomorrow, Ollie. The bus terminal in Bobtown, remember, I'm not stopping off in Shaw again. Yeah, see you then. Okay, bye. Bye. I can't even mumble out my pathetic goodbye before I hear the beep. He wastes no time hanging up as usual. Turning in place, I lower the phone from my ear and stare at it. I felt like holding on way longer. I swipe across my phone app over to my contacts page. I may have lied about having plans already, but it still isn't too late to make some. I scroll past a dozen or so numbers I've collected in high school. I've got to remind myself to delete most of these sometime, the ones I know I'll never use again. I'm sure the owners of my number had already done the same. It takes almost 10 seconds to find my target. The entire process is hardly efficient. I gently press the call button and return the phone to my ear. Please pick up, Trev. Can we do anything? Am I supposed to click? Am I supposed to click something? You see what I mean? Like the sound is not bad, but like I noticed like the waves, like the volume will jump up, it'll stay low, and then it'll jump back up. Because I didn't realize that was part of the music. I thought that's really weird. Anyway, fucking hell! I kicked the pebble that had been resting at my feet into the ocean. Almost as soon as I lower the phone from my ear, however, it buzzes. Oh! I want to know how you put this in. I gotta learn RenP. I want to know how you put this in RenP. Like, I really like the cell phone idea. Hey, you called? A text right after he didn't pick up. Should have expected that. Stopping to think for a second, though, this may have been a blessing in disguise. It's probably a good thing Trev didn't pick up right away, since I'm still sort of angry with Don. Alright, so far what I'm getting is the character is socially awkward. Not even socially awkward, they're just like, I would almost say they have like social anxiety. If people don't know, I actually have social anxiety, and it's not fun. I've gotten a lot better with it, but I still have YouTube. For one, doing YouTube videos has helped a lot, but I still get socially anxious. And the last thing I want to do is blow up on the poor lizard. Why didn't you pick up? He's certainly dealt with enough of that these last few years. Dealing with all of my relationship bullshit. That can't be healthy for a guy like Trev. Well, he doesn't know any better. It's not like I can talk to him about it. Sorry, I'd rather just text right now. You needed something? I wonder if Trev's dad is actually home right now. Nah, there's no way. He wouldn't even try to text me if he was. Fucker likes to look over his shoulder. I want to talk. Can I come over? I don't even have anything in particular I want to talk to him about. I just want to get away from... I'm sure he'll get the gist of it anyways. Considering where things are going, I might not have many chances to talk to him this weekend. If at all. I sigh, cursing under my breath. Fucking... Oh, Trevor, you big dumb lizard. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm not sure myself, dude. Locking and pocketing my phone, I take one more look out to the open ocean. Oh! Ah. And there's our character. The sun has yet to fully embrace the horizon, and it probably won't be there when I get back. Feels kind of sentimental. This side of the beach, I mean. Every night I've been here, the ones I've spent those nights with, they're still here with me. And even if I stop making new memories, the ones I have will live on forever. Right? I won't be away for long, I promise. It's gonna be the title screen. Is this? Oh, all right. So kind of interested. I'm a little interested. Okay. Good job. Okay, that was really I'm not used to seeing like a title screen like that. Good job. I like the title screen. Um so far this is interesting. It's not nothing's really going on right now. I do like the fact that you can kind of tell that the character Ollie that we're playing as, the Ollie that we're playing as, so far I'm liking, you can tell that he has some mental disorders in the sense of like, so you can tell he seemed like he's socially, he's like social anxiety and possibly depression. I'm not sure if he has depression, but possibly. So I'm interested to see like how they show that off more. I guess he wasn't ready for me after all. Bummer. I'm somewhat tempted to ring the doorbell 5 or 6 more times, but the last time I did that. Don't do it, I'm coming! Well, I know it left an impression. It's open, come in. I grab the handle and pull, but stagger as I almost am instantly blasted by the heat of the house. Be brave, Ollie. Oh, finally got a sprite. Well, you know what I mean. A character sprite. My friend looks at me but quickly averts his gaze. Hey. Trev's eyes are glued to the ground on the verge of tearing up. Did I say something I wasn't supposed to him? I scanned my brain for the text I sent a few minutes ago and... Oh. I should probably apologize for how sudden my texts were. I guess they would have been a little jarring. I give him a warm smile and raise my hand. Hey, Trev. Hey, Ollie. Trevor removes the glum look from his face almost entirely when he sees I'm not upset with him. It's good to see you. Can I come in? Oh, yeah, sorry. Trev steps aside and lets me pass. Feels awful going into the much warmer environment when it's such a nice evening out. Trev's house would probably be my favorite place to hang out if it wasn't for the damn humidity. It's big, comfortably spaced, and has a lot of the latest appliances. My sister used to call it the Lizard Mansion when we passed it on our bikes. She always said, "You better stay away, Mr. Wood will lock you up and eat you." Trevor's dad probably could have eaten me at that age. Hell, he could probably still eat me, even if I'm being old and fat now. The place is still really nice regardless, no thanks to that jackass. Hey, Trev? Yeah? Would you mind if I went and made myself a drink? You know, it's always way too hot in here for me. I pluck at the little bit of fuzz I have on my neck, making a show of it. You know, fur and all that. He scratches the scales on his cheek and shrugs. I'll get it for you, I don't mind. I roll my eyes. You think with how long I've been friends with the guy, he'd just let me go do something myself. Even if I can't reach the glasses on the top shelf, then why are you complaining then? Ollie, come on now. But you know what? Why would you complain then? I was like, he was upset about it. He's like, but I can't reach the top. I can't reach the glasses anyway. Yeah, okay. Thanks, dude. He nods to me and without a word heads into the kitchen. I follow him. Just water, right? I can get you something else. I take off my hoodie and wrap it around my waist, careful to tie the sleeve so it doesn't slide off. Yeah, water is fine. I don't really like your ginger soda. I've been in here for less than a minute, but I've already broken a sweat. I know Trev and his dad like it warm, but this humidity is a murder. I understand. I like this. I like this attention to detail because lizards like humid areas, and so obviously the house will be humid. Okay, nice attention to detail. I like that. You want ice, right? Trev turns his head away from the cabinet he's opened to face me as he grabs a tall glass cup from the top shelf. From the icebox. Cup in hand, he gently closes the cabinet and steps over to the fridge. I watch as he attempts to put the cup into the ice dispenser. It's lower than his full height allows him to easily reach, so he has to bend over a little to do it. I'd have a really nice view of his butt if his long tail wasn't in the way. Not that he doesn't have a really nice tail. It's incredibly thick and powerful looking. We just started, game. Are we already gonna have some naughty stuff in here? We just started. God damn it. Can I have a break? Can I breathe, please? Can I breathe? Please. I just started. Did you hear me? Whoops. I need to speak up, sorry. I asked if you wanted anything else. I could grab you a banana or something. I shake my head. It's, don't worry about it. Sorry, I was spacing out. Why a banana anyways? I don't know, that's just what I have on hand at the moment. Is that weird? I shake my head. Nah, I don't know why I said anything. The iguana grunts as he stands up, walking over to me. Well, here. Trev hands me the chilly cup and the ice cubes inside clink against the glass. I take it eagerly and immediately attempt to empty its contents. I can't stop myself from chugging the entire glass at once, and Trev watches in horror as I do. Why do you do it like that? You're gonna choke! The cool liquid runs down my chin as I drain it. As soon as I feel the ice cubes touch my lips, I lower the glass from my mouth and let out an incredibly satisfied sigh. Ah. I wipe my chin with my wrist and turn back to him. Phew, thanks for that, Trev. Trev slits his eyes at me in disbelief and rubs his shoulder tenderly. Do you need any more? I shake my head. No, that was refreshing. I'm gonna hang on to this for a while, though. I shake the cup and clink the ice together, before bringing it back up to my lips and tipping an ice cube into my mouth. I've never got why you enjoyed that so much. It's my turn. Oh. It's my turn to shrug at his response, as I loudly crunch the cube between my feet. So, you want to go sit down? I nod and follow Trev back into his room. Oh, now this is a clean-looking room. Trev's space is just as it's always been, sparse and tidy. Sort of the opposite of mine. I always procrastinate when it comes to cleaning, and Trev hates it. He doesn't come over to my place often, and whenever he does, I can tell the bit of clutter I have makes him uncomfortable. The opposite of uncomfortable, though? That'd be Trev's king-size bed, draped completely in puffy white blankets. I seat myself onto it and gently bounce a little bit, like bouncing on a cloud. A cloud that smells a little bit like my friend. Tomorrow must be his wash day. The sheets are usually drowned in the stench of detergent. So... I finish collecting my thoughts as Trev sits himself down in his mostly new-looking computer chair and spins to face me. Yeah? I nod at him and shake around the remaining ice in my glass. I haven't talked to you since Tuesday. You were busy yesterday? Trev's expression drops near instantly. I can see the mishma of guilt radiating off his scales. Yeah, sorry. It's fine, dude. I'm more curious what you were doing than anything. There's not a drop of hostility in my statement, and I can see Trev pick up on it as his posture straightens. Well, He stops a second to collect his thoughts, and just before I get the chance to open my mouth again, he perks up. I was playing Insectoid Fantasy pretty much all day yesterday. I unlocked the Rhino Beetle class, and I was loving it. It has an awesome ability. You can cover any damage your allies would take and turn it onto your opponents. And then it combos into a battering charge, yeah? Most bosses are immune to the dazing effect, but even just the movement is handy. Oh gosh! Wait, what is he saying? Wait, what did you say? Oh, you can't read it! Oh, you can't read it. I thought I could go back. It's really hard not to zone out when Trev goes on about that game. I'd played it with him. Oh, sorry. It's really hard not to zone out when Trev goes on about that game. I'd played it with him for about a month, but it really wasn't my thing. I understand. You know what? I really understand that feeling all too well. It's been hard for me to play any normal games, actually, as a matter of fact. But, like, lately, like, a lot of games my friends like to play, I just can't get into. Like, I have friends that, like, I have a friend that likes, like, Heroes of the Storm, and it's not my thing. And then I have a friend that likes Overwatch, and I'm bored of Overwatch. It's a whole mess. And I feel bad because he really wants to do stuff with me, and a lot of games he plays I don't care for. It's really hard not to zone out when Trev goes on. Oh, wait, I already read that. He was really happy that I was playing with him, though. Offered to pay my monthly subscription, too. I just wasn't interested enough to accept. Still. So yeah, I actually cleared the last raid tier with a pickup group. Crazy, right? I smile at him as he stops, breathing heavily. How long did he talk? Yeah, dude. Trev shoots me back an honest smile, the kind that always warms the heart. I'm starting to wonder that I can zone out, but I can't zone out like that. Like, literally your character's like, oh yeah, like I zoned out so much that like I don't even know how long he was talking for. That's crazy. And don't get me wrong, I zone out a lot. I've never been diagnosed with it, but I have a strong feeling that along with social anxiety and depression, I have ADHD because it's so hard for me to focus on one thing at a time. Like, sometimes doing these videos, it's so hard for me to just sit down and focus on them. I'm getting a lot better, but they can be hard sometimes. Though I know better, that couldn't possibly be the whole story. Well, I'm glad you had fun. But that can't be the only thing you did yesterday. Didn't you tell me your dad was coming home for a bit? What smile he did have wipes itself from his face, and he droops down once again. He did. Not that he was really here for long. He got a work call within a few minutes of being home. I roll my eyes and sigh quietly. So what, work's keeping him away? No, actually, it's sort of the opposite. Oh, what's going on? Well, he's going to be home from work all weekend. Total blackout, he said, not picking up calls from work or anything. Or me. Was going to try to get as much work done as possible so this weekend he could... Country club. Trev looks away from me and nods his head pathetically. I don't think that's the word. Pathetic. I'm telling you, I'm not good with words. I could hope it isn't the full weekend, but... I shake my head. No, you know damn well that's what's gonna happen. Trevor's body shakes a little bit as he breathes out. I want to stand up and drape one of my arms around his shoulders, but I know that would only make him feel worse. He deserves better. Being in here alone 24/7 can't possibly be good for him. So, you're just gonna be home all weekend, right? And you aren't going with him? Trev turns back to me and shakes his head slowly. Our eyes only make contact for a split second before his return to the floor. No, I hate that place. I always preferred to stay home when I could. That's what I expected. That jackass is going to leave Trev here all damn weekend. I'd usually pick up the slack and keep him company, but I'll be busy with Don, V, and everything else. Maybe V would understand? Well, if you're not doing anything else, why don't you come with me this weekend? I cut back into the iguana's silence and deliver my suggestion with a smile. With your friends? Trev's shock is genuinely upsetting, and I feel a twinge of embarrassment crawl up my spine. Yes, I mean, they're your friends too. Trev hangs his head again and slumps his shoulder forward. Not really. I guess Veronica is nice, but... Trev's word catching his throat and the pathetic noise that escapes him sends more embarrassing feelings racing up my neck. What, dude? What's the big deal? I'd rather stay home. Well, it was worth a try. If he's not gonna budge, I won't force him. I turn back to him, resisting the urge to frown. Well, that's alright too, I guess. I just thought I'd be nice and ask. I worry about you sometimes, you know? Not just sometimes. Most of the time. I know, but really, I'll be okay. He finally looks me in the eyes again as he speaks, and I smile right back at him. You know that you came up when I was talking to V this morning. She asked how you've been doing. I told her we've been getting along good. Well, we have been. You keep coming around, don't you? He sighs quietly and rests his head on his hand. I guess I'm pretty boring, huh? I tilt my head to the side a bit and dead-eye him with a soft smile. Oof, Trevor, stop hitting me like this, cause a lot of these feelings are how I feel right now. Oof, Trevor, you're killing me. Don't say that, cause I'm really starting to feel like I'm Trevor. You aren't boring, you big goof. This whole town is what's keeping us from having fun. I'm sure we'd go out and do all kinds of stuff if this place wasn't so fucking empty. Well, I don't mind the quiet too much. Would you really rather live somewhere else? That's a good question. Something I think about pretty often, actually. I don't know. I understand the feeling of feeling trapped in a town. Yep. I've given it a lot of thought lately, and I can't help but feel this place is toxic for me. Oh, Ollie, you understand. Trev tilts his head and scratches the side of his snout. You had a change of heart? Last time we talked about this, you were firm about staying here as long as you needed to. I nod, folding my arms. Call it a gut feeling, but I feel like a lot is going to change this weekend. The iguana looks me up and down before briefly looking away. Well, I'd miss you if you left. You know I would have just dumped you like garbage, Trev. I chuckle, but I feel like it comes out a lot sadder than I intended. His eyes widen for a split second before he blinks and they return to normal. I know, every time it comes up, I just worry is all. Ain't that a case of deja vu? We laugh together as the air in the house finally starts to feel a bit easier to breathe. You get used to it eventually. Trevor and I sit in his room and chat for about an hour. Well, we don't exclusively talk. The iguana pulls up the bug game to show me his progress. I can barely follow him. Before long, I'm laying back on his bed and browsing the internet on my phone. Trev was happy I showed any interest at all, though. He was beaming practically the whole time as he explained this or that. A little nod when he was finished talking was more than enough to keep him satisfied. After about an hour or so, I feel a bit restless, though. There's a little shudder, and I turn to Trevor. He's logging out of his character now. This will probably be the best time to catch him. Hey, Trev? Trev turns around to face me, lifting one of his scaly brows. He curls his tail around to the front and wraps it around his legs. I'm gonna head home here in a minute. You weren't staying the night? It's already past 11, so I assumed you were. I shake my head and sit up. Nah, I'm meeting with V pretty early tomorrow, and I like to get a shower beforehand. Oh, well, He gulps and forces a little smile on his face. I guess I'll talk to you later this week. You're probably gonna be busy with your friends all weekend, so, yeah. Trevor, should I... Insist oh, no. Insist he comes along. Because I know how it is to have social anxiety, and you always wish for people to invite you to stuff. It's one of those things where, like, you're scared of people, but you want people to invite you to stuff. Think of me as Eeyore. Seemingly always depressed. But when I actually hang out, you can notice when I'm happy. Are you sure you don't want to come see everyone tomorrow? I'd just really like it if you did. Trev opens his mouth, most likely to object, but I cut him off before he can. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to go. I have a lot of mixed feelings, you know? But why exactly? I'm not sure I understand. Trev stutters a bit as he speaks, and his eyes scan the room frantically before locking back on to me. Push the offensive. I know I already asked you, but I'm serious. I really want you to come. And, it's a little selfish of me, but... I gulp and attempt to organize my words. There's an intensity lingering in the room, and it's scrambling my brain. I want to have someone to fall back on in case things don't go the best. Can I... Just as suddenly as I gathered my thoughts, I choke and my brain scrambles again. I cough and attempt to clear my throat. I'm not entirely sure why the words caught in the first place. Trev. The iguana leans in closer to me with his mouth slightly open. He's hanging on every word I say, and I just can't bring myself to spit it out. What the hell is wrong with me all of a sudden? What is... What the... Wait, what the hell? Wait, is this a... Wait a minute. Huh? On everything. For me. Don't you... Go on. What the in the room got... What the hell just happened? Is that his inner... Is that like his inner thoughts? Or is that like some kind of like supernatural... What the hell? I'm... Alright then. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, no, like, oh man, what the hell is going on here? My insides swirl around themselves like they're caught in a twister, and I feel sick. It's a sort of pleasant sickness, though, like I'm sick on his sweetness. And if I'm being honest, I'm afraid. You know I trust you more than anyone. I stare intensely at the iguana's big green eyes and clutch my fist, steeling myself against the unease. So I'm asking you as your friend. Please? Oh. Oh, he's going through so much emotion right now. Say yes. Trev, say yes. Come on. Yeah, I'll come. I breathe out shakily as he relents, the burden of the question finally easing its way out of my mind. Trev, thank you. Yeah, that's what friends do, right? It may just be the humidifiers, but my entire body feels at least 10 degrees warmer as my friend speaks. Hey, what's that look for? I blink a few times to clear my vision and press my hand to my chest. My heart's beating out of control. Do you have a... Wait a minute, does he have a crush on Trev? Is that why he was, like, so nervous? Because he seemed like he was so nervous to ask him, like, he was like, I really want you to come. I'm like, oh. My laugh flutters on the warm air like a moth with lopsided wings, and Trev's gaping mouth curves into an uncomfortable smile. What's your deal? I shake my head and dig my spindly fingers a bit deeper into my core. Nothing. I'm just really happy. I'll, see you tomorrow then? I nod slowly, standing up on my wobbly legs. Yeah, I'll be over here around 10:15. I'm meeting up with V at Sirens on 1st Avenue at 11. We can walk over there. I'll text you if anything changes. Alright, sounds good. I step over to the door, but linger in it for a second. Trev tilts his head and smiles, and I raise a hand to wave back. I step out of his room and close the door. The lamps barely illuminate the sidewalk, but I don't really need them. I know how to get home, every twist and turn off these empty streets. I'm gonna save action. The old folks that call this town home have already been in bed for a while, drawn curtains adorning nearly every window. It's quiet out, and I've been keeping my pace slow on purpose. The night air is carrying a bit of a chill. It's perfect sweatshirt weather, and I'm damn well gonna take advantage of it. It was a night like tonight that he gave me this, actually. I almost said no to him, too. I pull the collar of my sweatshirt to my nose and take a deep whiff of it. But it's no use. It hasn't smelled like him for years, and I know better. But I still remember. Oh, alright, we getting fancy. We getting fancy with the beats in here. Oh! I gotta turn down the sound just a little bit. Oh man, we about to get some hip hop up in here. I used to love just walking around at this time with him. We didn't even have to do anything else, just being together was enough. What would we do that night? Maybe we'd break into the old warehouse. We'd go hang out in the tunnels, or maybe we'd just walk on people's car. That time my fit went through old man Yellow's windshield. The alarm went off and I think my heart stopped. His next door neighbors were outside having a fire. They shouted. I'm sure someone recognized him. We ran for what felt like hours. My legs carried me as far as they felt I needed to go. Hitting the storm drain though, so it couldn't have been for more than 20 minutes. My heart was beating out of my chest and I could feel his too. His sly smile as he breathed heavily outlined in the moonlight that fluttered its way in through the grates above. That's the Don I remember. Oh, that's Don. I was wondering if it was a new character. Oh, man. Oh, so they have... That's why. Because I was like, they seem really awkward. Something happened then. Because, like, their conversation in the beginning was really awkward. I mean, granted, the main character seemed like he's a little awkward and, like I said, socially anxious. But there was more than that. For what it's worth, those memories will... Oh. The heck? What the heck? Fucking Christ! My body rockets what may as well have been about 20 feet in the air before I gracefully land back on my feet, wrapping my arms around myself out of fear. Who? Ha, dude, you need to see your face right now! I slowly swivel my head behind me to see a familiar feline laughing his ass off in the driver's seat. I hear the door click as his laughter dies down a bit, and before long he's stepping out into the night air. Oh, who's this guy? I was honestly expecting a total wipeout, so you already exceeded my expectations. He sticked his tongue out before placing a hand on his hip and bumping the car door shut with his butt. What's up? As soon as he steps onto the sidewalk, I turn a full 180 degrees and spread at him with the intent to kill. Or like, you know, I could just give him a big hug because I miss his dumb fucking face. Hey, watch it! Hey, watch it! He throws up his arms to protect himself, but that's exactly what I wanted. I slow my pace just enough not to knock him over and wrap both my arms around his midsection. Aww. It's still forceful, though, enough for him to spit out whatever air he had in reserve. Aww. Darkstone's got a charm to it. Obviously, it's not as detailed as, you know, other VNs, but I like it. It has a nice charm to it. I do think this guy's paws are freaking massive, though. I squeeze even tighter, and he's interrupted by his own breath again. He weakly prods at my arm, trying to tear himself away from my constriction. I have no intention of letting him go, though, until I feel him stumble a bit, no longer able to sustain his balance. Luckily enough, I'd planned for this to steer a fall to the much softer grass nearby. Better than pavement, I'd say. Besides, Sam can take it. The cat struggles to take in air as he rolls on his back, and I follow a turn. I didn't realize how out of breath I was myself until now, actually. That little run was enough to win me, which is concerning. But at the moment, I could care less. Seeing Sam again after almost a year, that's what I cared about. I slug his shoulder and scowl at him. The hell, dude? Is that why you stopped responding to me on Tuesday? Could've fucking told me you'd be back in town. Sam scowls and recoils, but returns to his normal demeanor within seconds. Well, hey to you too, violent psychopath. He laughs and I give him another punch, all about lighter this time. Yeesh, the fuck is that for? I came all the way out to Harbor to see you, and this is the kind of greeting I get? The cat gives me a big goofy smile, pointed devil teeth jutting out like they always do. I suppose I'll forgive you this time. In fact, I'd say you owe me for getting you out of that funk, huh? I tilt my head, but he reassures me by rubbing my shoulder tenderly. Don't look at me like that. I know you're in some shit. You're always in some shit, yeah? I tilt my head yet further and slip my eyes a bit as the cat stands himself back up. Well, Before I can continue, however, the cat presses his pointer finger to my lips. Shh, no need to say it. I know what's up. No need to say it. I know what's up. Sam wiggles his eyebrows in a manner he probably thinks is seductive. He just ends up looking like an absolute idiot, though. Lucky for him, that's kind of what I needed right now anyways. Before he gets a chance to pull his hand away, I grab his arm and bite his fingers softly. As soon as I get a taste of the oils on his fur, though, the cat yanks his hand away out of revulsion and wipes it furiously on his pants. I can't help but laugh at how flustered he is. The fuck, dude? Ah, that fucking hurt! He glares at me as a chaotic grin slowly creeps its way onto his face. I'm gonna get you back for that. He reaches out to help me up, watching carefully. I consider pulling him back down to the ground, but I don't want to give him any more ammo. Not yet. It's not how our game works. The grass is pretty comfy, but I guess I'll get back up. I take his hand in my own and he pulls me back up to my feet. You're welcome. You're welcome. What, you're not gonna sick it on me immediately? He laughs and shakes his head. Nah, I'll wait on it. It'd be too obvious if I got you now, huh? So... He turns away from me and begins strutting back to his car, flicking his tail to the beat of the night. I'd like to hang out for a couple of days if you don't mind. Where are you staying? He shrugs. Nowhere yet, but... One particular mouse told me his parents were going to be out of town this week. You think he'd let me stay with him? I shrugged too, forcing out an awkward chuckle. Would it matter that Mouse's parents actually like you? He laughs. His parents would like me if I banged his brains out. Ooh, okay. I had a feeling. Sam's the flirty type. I was like, ooh, okay. His parents would like me if I banged his brains out. You act like you even could. I'll bet that mouse is out of your league. Is he? Let me try to recall his appearance. The cat turns back around to face me and scratches his chin. I don't know if I remember correctly. He dresses like a dork and kind of smells. Oof. We burst out laughing simultaneously. It's way too dumb to be offended. All right, you know how it is. I'm not just asking for a favor, though. I'll pay you back. We could go do something tomorrow. I don't mind paying for whatever the fuck. I mean, I could always drive back to Bobtown and get a motel, but yuck. Not that your house isn't yuck, but it's significantly less so. I chuckle as he places his hands on his hips and sticks his tongue out coyly. Yeah, shouldn't be an issue. Tomorrow my eyes go wide and my mouth hangs open as it dawns on me, though. Fuck! My brain scrambles to find the words, but it's not fast enough. He steps towards me a bit, but I ward him off with a wave of my hands. Sam, it's good to see you, but this might not be the weekend to visit. He raises a brow inquisitively and folds his arms. The fuck is keeping you busy? I close my eyes and feel my life drain out of my open mouth as I sigh. Well, V and Don are coming to town. And, Oh, I get it. Having a reunion without your good friend Sam, huh? He shuts his eyes and laughs heartily, and I cringe inwards. No, Sam. The sneaky cat wraps an arm around my shoulders and gently rubs my back, letting out another, much softer chuckle. Well, any reason you don't want me around this weekend? After I decided to surprise you, turns out you had a surprise for me. I try to pull off of him, but he holds firm. I steady my breath and turn to him, looking my friend dead in the eyes. Sam, Mr. Henderson is dead. The cat raises his brow again. Huh? For real? I give him a slow nod and a bit of color drains from his face as he blinks slowly. Oh. They're here for, I nod. The funeral's on Saturday. Ah. Sam pulls off of me and slumps down a bit before shrugging and perking himself back up. That's unfortunate. But V wouldn't mind if I tagged along, would she? Hey, don't look at me like that. I'm not dumb. I had my suspicions something was up. Didn't see her on campus at all this week. Big red flag. So why then? Why do you want to come? Did you even know the old man? He shakes his head. No, of course not. I came to this town way too late to catch that train. I've heard all the stories, of course. Don brought up that shit all the time. That's not important, though. I don't want to go to his funeral or whatever. The cocks in his head turn for a second and he continues. I'd just like to tag along for a bit tomorrow. I'll say hi to the gang and take off if I'm not wanted, okay? I jam my hands back into my hoodie's pocket, not sure what to make of all this. I'd rather not drive all the way back home to Petersburg tonight. He rolls his head on his shoulders until his neck cracks while stretching his arms out behind him. I'd probably fall asleep at the wheel. So I'll ask again, can I stay with you tonight? I'll deal with everything. Can convince me myself so you don't have to worry about losing a few teeth. I sigh, shrugging my shoulders. You're not going to get me killed then? Do I look like that kind of guy? Come on, I know how to handle this shit. I nod hesitantly, lifting my posture a bit. I guess. Awesome! I totally owe you one, dude. And like I said, I'll totally take the heat if she gets all pissy. I shake my head as all my breath escapes me as a long sigh. You'd better, dude. This feels like a bad idea. He struts ahead of me and pulls open the passenger door of his car. Oh, come on, you'll be fine. Now. Grinning eagerly, he beckons me in with a wave of his hand and a flick of his tail. After you. Nah, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going to a certain point. Nah, I wasn't interested in going. I guess it sort of worked out for me, though. To stay with my sister, I think they were going on a cruise or something. But, like, who the hell invites her parents on her honeymoon? I bet her boyfriend was pissed. Sam tilts his head a bit as he pulls the car into park. I'll bet they didn't... I'll bet they didn't actually go with her. That was probably their excuse to stay on vacation for another week. My eyes widened. The thought hadn't occurred to me before, but that seems exactly like something they do. You think? He nods as he undoes his seatbelt. Probably. Those fucking assholes. He shrugged before opening his door and stepping back out into the night. I mean, do you really care? You got an extra week with the house to yourself. I guess. I'd hook my seatbelt, but by the time I'm opening my door, however, Sam's already on my side of the car. Maybe you should let me be a gentleman and get that one for you, friendo. The cat flashes me a goofy. Oh yeah, he's definitely the gay one. The cat flashes me a goofy grin and winks. Obviously, he's just fucking around, of course, but it's fun to play into it sometimes. Oh my, thank you, my good sir. I'd say to see a gentleman such as thee in this day and age. I delicately place my hand on my chest for dramatic effect, and Sam bows his head deeply. If I may. Sam presents a hand to me, and I take it daintily. As soon as I do, however, he squeezes tightly and yanks me out of the car. I manage to land on my feet, but not before Sam takes my other hand in his. He pulled me close enough to feel his heartbeat vibrating in tune with mine. Gentleman, my ass, I'm about as far from that as you can get, pal. His whisper sent my spine into a... Oh, that was whispering. His whisper sent my spine into a fit of rattling, bone scraping against bone. Gah! I attempt to yank my hand away, but he has a firm grip on me, and I end up pulling even closer to him instead. Our chests bump together again, but Sam stays rooted to the ground. At this point, my only hope to avoid falling on my ass is to rely on his support. While I was focused on keeping my balance, however, I didn't notice the clever cat bring his face close to mine. This is for earlier. He whispers softly in my ear, echoing deep into my head. I tense my face and prepare for the worst. He's probably going to bite my ear or... Oh, no, he did not. Did he kiss him? Wow. Wow. Sam is a flirt. Sam is a flirt. It was short, quick. I may not have even noticed if I didn't hear the subtle smack of his lips. Ooh. I groaned aloud. Yeah, he got me. All right, you win. He grinned, squeezing me close to him one last time before releasing his grip. We're even now. He puts his hands on his hips and laughs gleefully. I just fold my arms and roll my eyes. His laughter slows down shortly after. What, you're not going to get me back? I shrug my shoulders. Maybe later. I don't mind admitting defeat for the time being. He scratches his head and lets out a quiet sigh. Well, all right then. Not the response I expected. The cat fishes his keys out of his pocket and points them at his car, eliciting a few beeps from it. Just don't forget, I'm watching you. In probably the most over-the-top fashion he can, Sam points to his eyes and then to mine. I just shrug and tilt my head to the side, forcing a half-smile. I'm not planning anything. I rub my chin deviously. Or am I? He chuckles a little and shrugs. Sure, I'll believe that. You want to head in then? I could really use a shower. I spent like 6 hours driving today, and I think I still got cum in my fur from this afternoon. Oh, all right then. I wasn't expecting that kind of statement. You what? All right then. Yeah. Sam is definitely the gay femboy character. Is gay and the femboy. We've been going on so long. I want to take a break. Oh crap! I haven't even saved. How long is this? Okay, this is almost been going on for an hour. Jeez, it's a long episode. You know what? I think that is. I think that is the. I think that's the perfect part to end on. This just made me laugh so much. Oh shoot. Sorry. All right, everyone. I'm gonna save a picture. All right, everyone. So with that, I think we're gonna stop here. I know there's a lot to do, but it's been almost an hour. I think we can stop here. I'm interested. My thoughts. There are a few audio issues I feel like with the music per se. Besides that, though, interesting opening. It is a bit abrupt, especially the opening we had before the title. Now if this is a more horror or supernatural sorry, if this is a more horror or supernatural VN, then it's fine. But if it ends up just being like a slice of life, that was a very weird transition. I'm interested. I don't really have any complaints per se. Um, Don, so far the characters seem like they have a lot of social issues, so that'll be interesting to see. Not only that, Trevor seemed like he had some issues too. Trevor didn't seem like he had social issues. He seemed more like he gets very emotional easily. And Sam, meanwhile, the little bit that we've gotten of him, seems like he's very playful and flirty. So I'm interested to see where that goes, because I was like the statement he just said. I was like, wait, what? I was like, I had to rewind. I was like, wait, what? So I'm liking it so far. I really don't have any complaints. I really can't complain about much. The interaction between characters seems like genuine friendship interaction. So to the writer, good job. I think you did really well with the interaction between friends. I think it's very well done. You get enough exposition without it being overly annoying. So I'm excited. I don't really have any complaints so far with this visual novel. I highly recommend downloading it. I don't know how much longer it goes on for, but I highly recommend downloading it. Support your indie developers. I believe there is a Patreon. I will. There's a link down below for the Patreon. There's a link down below for if you would like to download the gay visual novel and try it for yourself, as well as a little bit of other information. But again, thank you to everybody who stopped by and watched this video. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We will definitely be playing more of this. I always like supporting the indie developers as best as I can, even if it's something as small as making videos. And I enjoy doing these videos. You know how it is. But anyway, I did want to say, I hate sounding like I'm begging, but again, down below, the link down below with the information, there's also a link to my PayPal. It would really, really, really help if people would not mind donating, even $1. Even donating $1 helps me out, helps the channel out, helps me to keep playing this stuff. But if you can't, that's understandable too. You know, like I said, I don't like really begging people for money, but you know, it always helps. Every little bit helps. With that being said, though, thank you to everybody who watched this video. Please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. And this has been the Fallen Pack. Thank you, my Fallen Pack mates. This has been Fallenwolf. Oh! And I'll see everyone next time. Take care of yourself. Bye.